Yo, what's up guys, this is episode 2 of my Road to All boss drop series. If you didn't watch episode 1, then go watch that, because then that will explain a lot of what's going on here. But for those of you that do know, let's get straight into it. In the last episode, we ended up getting 4 unique items from ARRA, 6 from QBD, and 3 from Commander ZILYANA. If we take a look at what we got from ARRA, we got the boots, chain skirt, chest plate, and the helmet. So this episode, we are aiming to get the gloves, hilt, and buckler. From QBD, we got every single item apart from the dragon kite shield, so we're looking to get that item this episode. And finally, from Commander ZILYANA, we got the hilt, Saradomin's sword, and the Saradomin's whisper. Just looking to get the 2 armadillo crossbows, the hiss, and the murmur. Hopefully we can finish at least the QBD off this episode. I mean, we only have the dragon kite shield left to go, but if we can finish one of the others and then move on to stage 2 as well, that would be great. So to start off, we're going to go to Commander ZILYANA, and as a lot of you recommended, in the bottom now under unique drops, I'm going to show how many of each unique drop that I got. And if it doesn't have a number next to it and it only has a tick, then it means that I only got one of them. So yeah, thank you guys for that recommendation, and let's see how it goes. So the first drop of these 5 hours comes with another Saradomin's whisper. Got this one already in the last episode, so we are currently starting off with a repeat. Not too bad, only like 3 minutes into the instance. Let's see if we can get some drops that we haven't got yet. The next drop, and it's another whisper. Hopefully we just don't keep getting these over and over again. It's not like they're even worth that much. Currently worth around, what, 78k? So honestly, right now, just give me one of the other amulets or give me one of the better drops, and then I'll be a lot happier. And there we have it. We've achieved 120 attack. My first ever 120, and I'm not surprised that it's an attack. Now I guess the next milestone for this is 200 mil. Oh, there we go. We get another one of the amulets, and this time we get the Saradomin's murmur. There's another one of the amulets just out of the way. We've got the whisper like, what, 3 times now? So all we have to do is get the hiss, and then we'll be done with the 3 amulets. But apart from that, we also need the 2 armadillo crossbows as well, so we could still be here quite a while. Oh, speaking of the hiss, about an hour later, we finally get it. So now we've completed all the amulets. I think we're currently sitting at 5 out of 7 for Saradomin. All we need to get is the 2 armadillo crossbows. So hopefully they come very soon. I mean, I wouldn't mind another hilt as well, but I mean, if we can get at least one more drop before we move on to the next one, which I think I'm going to be doing QBD next, then I'll definitely be happy with that. And we get another amulet. We got another whisper. What is this, like the episode of the amulets? What's going on? Not really too disappointed with it though. I mean, we still do have another couple of hours left here at Saradomin. So like I said earlier, let's see if we can get an armadillo crossbow, at least one of them. Yep, I guess this is the episode of the amulets. We got another Saradomin's murmur. I mean, I guess I did say earlier that I wanted to complete all the amulets, but I mean, you know, you can stop now. I've got them all. Let's just chill with the amulets. Please just use up the rest of my luck on these armadillo crossbows or another Saradomin hilt. I'll gladly take the hilt for the 13 mil. But yeah, just chill on the amulets. Alright, I guess the game doesn't care. It's just going to keep on giving me more amulets. We've got another Saradomin's whisper. Must have gotten like, what, 6 of them now within these 3 hours that I've done? That's just crazy. Whenever I've done Commander ZILYANA in the past, I've never gotten this many amulets. If anything, I've gotten more of the other items. But I guess we're just getting pretty unlucky this time. Yes, there we go. We finally got an armadillo crossbow, and we got the main hand version. Now all we need to do is get the offhand version, and we will be done with Commander ZILYANA. It would be amazing if we can get that in these last 1.5 hours. But even if we don't, I'm really happy with the progress that we've made today. So let's see how the rest of these 1.5 hours go. Oh, so we get another unique drop, and it's a Saradomin sword. First one of this episode, and hopefully the last. That puts us up to 3 or 4 Saradomin swords now. I can't remember which. It should tell you down at the bottom anyway under unique drops. So yeah, about 45 minutes left to go. Oh, we asked for a hilt earlier, and we got one. What is that? That's a good 12.5 mil in the bag. Definitely would not mind getting a few of these before we finish Commander ZILYANA off. Obviously, it's very unlikely, but you never know. At least we stopped getting all the amulet drops and moved on to these better ones. And of course, I mentioned us not getting any more amulets, and we get an amulet. Another Saradomin's whisper to add to the list. Alright, so that's it for the 5 hours at Commander ZILYANA. Time to move on to the next one, which is the QBD. So the first drop of this QBD run comes in at the very end of the first hour. And the first drop that we got is this Dragon Bone upgrade kit. Just a reminder, if you take a look down at the bottom, all we need is a Dragon Kite shield in order to finish off the QBD. And then if we finish off the QBD, then I'll just put the hours that we didn't use here into one of the other bosses. So we got 4 hours left. Let's see if we can finish it off. We get our second drop, and the second drop is a Royal Sight. So one of the pieces of the Royal Crossbow, however not what we're looking for unfortunately. Another unique drop, and it's another piece of the Royal Crossbow, and this time it is the Royal Torsion Spring. Currently 2 hours into QBD, hopefully we get that Dragon Kite shield pretty soon. Literally the kill straight after, went to the bank, refueled on some stuff, and we got another Royal Torsion Spring. Once again, not what we want, but still is nice to get a unique item. Got another repeated piece of the Royal Crossbow, and this time we got the Royal Frame. Seems like we're just going to be getting every single piece this episode. The only one we need to get is the stabilizer for this episode, I believe it's called. Obviously we don't need it, but if we do get it this episode, then we've gotten all the royal crossbow pieces again. So yeah, these repeats just keep coming in, and if you look at the chat, I also got my personal record on QBD, 1 minute 28, so things seem to be going pretty well on that front. It is a brand new day, and the first drop of today is another royal Torsion Spring. Not going to say I'm surprised by this. I mean, we did get quite a few of the royal pieces yesterday. Let's see if we can finally get that dragon kite shield. And we get another piece of the royal crossbow. This time it is the stabilizer, and right now we are just about to get timed out from the update that Runescape's about to do, so straight after that we're going to get back straight into doing QBD. And we get another dragon bone upgrade kit. At least we're not getting royal pieces all the time. I mean, I wouldn't mind a couple more visages. We did get quite lucky last time with what, 3 visages we got in the last episode. That would be pretty sick if we could get one this episode as well. Yes, we did it. We finally got a dragon kite shield. This is the only item that we needed for this episode in order to finish it, and we got it. So now I've officially completed the QBD. We do not have to do QBD anymore. All we have left to do from this stage is finish off Commander ZILYANA and KREE. Remember, all that we have to do is finish off one of them, and then we can move on to stage 2. But yeah, I'm so happy we got it. We got it with like, what, an hour and a half to spare? So we can put that an hour and a half into either KREE or Commander ZILYANA. So right now what I'm going to do is go to KREE, and then I'll put in the 1.5 hours into whichever one that I want. That is obviously if I don't end up finishing KREE in these 5 hours. Only need to get 3 unique items from there. We need the hilt, gloves, and buckler. And if we do end up getting all those 3, then I'm just going to do the 1.5 hours into one of the new bosses that we add to stage 2. So let's see how KREE goes. Oh, so the first drop of KREE is a repeat, but it ends up being Armadillo boots, so I'm not really too disappointed with that. I mean, we're only 10 minutes into the instance. I believe this is our 3rd pair of Armadillo boots. I may be wrong. We should see it down below anyway. And yeah, pretty good start to these 5 hours of KREE. Holy shit, literally the kill after, and we get Armadillo gloves. This is one of the items that we needed, so now we only need 2 more unique items left to go. Can't believe we just got back-to-back drops. I don't think that's ever happened for me. You just look at the chat here, Armadillo boots, and then straight away Armadillo gloves. That is crazy. If we keep getting drops like this, then we're just going to finish off KREE very, very quickly. I thought I just got back-to-back drops because it just said that I earned a treasure hunter key. Thought it was going to be another golden loot beam shining over my item. But no, we just got kind of trolled by that. And we get an effigy. What's this? Like 20 minutes? We got 2 drops and an effigy. Like I said, things are starting off here very, very well. So it's been a quiet 2.5 hours since we got our last drop, and we've gotten another drop, and we've got the Armadillo gloves again. Not what we're looking for. We kind of do need the hilt and a buckler. But hey, a drop is a drop. This is what, like 2.5 mil, so I'll definitely take it. Oh, we get another drop just as the 4th hour is about to end, and it's the best drop. It is the Armadillo chestplate. A good 3.2 mil right there. Obviously, like I said earlier, it's not what we need. We just need the hilt and also the buckler, but I would gladly take it. 7 minutes until the 5 hours are over, and we get another effigy. I doubt we're going to get any more items within these last 7 minutes, but we will see. Okay, so we didn't end up getting any more drops from KREE. However, we're not done with the bossing yet. We still have 1.5 hours left to go, and I think I'm going to put those 1.5 hours into Commander ZILYANA, because we only have 1 more drop left to go there. And if we get lucky within these 1.5 hours and we get the offhand Armadillo crossbow, then we will have completed Commander ZILYANA, and then we'll be able to move on to stage 2. And if I put it into KREE, then with KREE we need to get 2 drops, and that's a lot more unlikely to happen. So time to go back to Commander ZILYANA for the final 1.5 hours. So we get our first drop in this quick 1.5 hours, and it's a Saradomin's Whisper. Only half an hour to go. That first hour was very quiet. I don't really think we're going to get anything, but you never know. Maybe we get really lucky in this last half an hour. And very shortly after that Whisper, we end up getting a Murmur. This episode really has been the amulet episode. Just gotten so many of them. 21 minutes left. Surely that is the last drop, right? I guess that wasn't the last drop. We end up getting an effigy. 18 minutes left. And it really is the episode of the amulets. We get another Saradomin's Whisper with 8 minutes to go. Surely now that is the final drop. And that's it. We are done with today's episode. It's been a quite successful one, to be honest. We've completed QBD, and we only need 2 drops from KREE and 1 drop from Commander ZILYANA. I'm definitely looking to move on to stage 2 next episode, and I already have the bosses that I want to do in mind thanks to your recommendations in the last episode. So with that being said, let's just take a look at the rundown for today. For Commander ZILYANA, we ended up getting the Murmur first, and then the Hiss, and then the main hand Armadillo crossbow. Just need to get that offhand version next, and then we should be good to go. And in total we've gotten 2 Armadillo hilt drops, 3 Saradomin sword drops, 8 Saradomin Whisper drops, and 3 Saradomin Murmur drops. This episode really was the episode of just getting like all the amulets, or at least like 8 Saradomin's Whispers. That's insane that we got so many. But yeah, only the offhand Armadillo crossbow to go, and we also got another hilt, which I'm really happy with. As for QBD, we did finish it off, and we did manage to get the dragon kite shield, and there are the totals for the rest of the items that we got. We got at least more than 1 item for the rest of them, apart from the dragon kite shield. And since QBD is finished, here is a price check of all the other items that we got from QBD, including these unique items. From the 8.5 hours, I believe, that we did of QBD, we ended up making a little over 50 mil. That's just under 6 mil an hour. So on top of getting all the unique drops, we also got a hefty little profit. Not sure like the value of all my supplies and stuff, I don't keep track of that. So if you want to know the pure profit, I honestly have no idea. But this is just the total amount of income that we got. So as you can tell, the majority of the money comes from the Royal Dragonhide. 7 mil just from that. Then you got the Onyx Bolt Tips, Runite Ore, 1k Grimy Lanterdimes, 3.8k in cash. The 3 Visages that we got added up to 3.6 mil. And then for the rest of the items, you can just see for yourself. We did get some rare drop table items like these palm tree seeds and the Onyx Bolts. So those are pretty nice when we got them. But yeah, 50 mil gained this early on from QBD is very nice to see. I'm really happy that she's still a very good moneymaker. But moving on to KREE, unfortunately we only managed to get the gloves today, at least in terms of new items. We did get some other items also, and there you have it. There are the totals on screen. We got 3 total Armadillo boots, 2 gloves, and 3 chest plates. So that's another successful episode, to be honest. I did kind of want to complete 2 of the bosses just so we can move on to stage 2, but I mean, I guess that'll have to wait for the next episode. In this episode, we managed to get 254 KREE kills, 102 QBD kills, and a whopping 431 Commander ZILYANA kills. If we look at the totals now, we have a total of 501 KREE kills, 227 QBD kills, and that is completed now. We don't need to get any more, and 724 Commander ZILYANA kills. But anyways, guys, that is it. That is the end of this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and also hopefully we end up getting to stage 2 in the next episode. I think I'm just going to be doing 7.5 hours of Commander ZILYANA and then 7.5 hours of KREE. That's obviously, of course, if we don't get the offhand armored crossbow at Commander ZILYANA. But if I do end up getting that, then I'm just going to spend the rest of the time on the 2 new bosses that get added to stage 2. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and as always, thank you for watching, subscribe if you're new, and peace!